Right, hello. I think we're live. I think we are live. Let's take a quick look here. How do I get to my own profile? Channel. Just want to see if we are live. I can't see myself being live, but all right. Yep. Let's have a very quick look here. If you've just joined us, we are going to be doing some upgrades to a Stratocaster today. These bits that I have lying here are for a Telecaster build that I'm working on. So this is a telekit from Amazon. It's a beaten telekit. This is a neck I've been working on. Let me just check if this is live. 1 second, guys. I don't know how to check if I'm live, but we'll see. Right. Let's check here. Right. Okay, cool. Let's go for it. So this is the telly neck I was talking about. Here's some bits from the Telecaster, but that's not for today. Today we are talking Stratocasters. Let me just dump this somewhere. 1 second. Right. So this is my, I think it's a 2001. I bought it in 2002, I believe, or end of 2001. It's either 2000 or a 2001, maybe 99 Aria Stratocaster, Strat copy. It's awesome. I've had it for years. I really like it. It was my first electric guitar, my first Strat, and yeah, I love it. I've got a couple other Strats. Well, I've got one other Strat at the moment. I have a American Standard. So this is kind of like my backup. That's why I'm currently looking to hot rod it. It's currently at E standard, but as you can tell, if you look at the bridge there, you can tell how high up that is sitting. That's because I've actually got 11s on here, 11 gauge strings, because this guitar, like I said, I want to hot rod this guitar, and I took it down to sort of D standard, and I took it lower. C standard is sort of the lowest I've been recently. Well, no, actually, I went down to A standard for a bit of a laugh. Obviously, the bridge drops down when the tension is lowered, but then it gets a little bit floppy, you know. So it's a great guitar as is. I'm going to be doing some work today to upgrade these saddles, because these saddles are kind of very irritating. They're old and not quite rusty, but they're certainly they don't feel good on the palm, you know. So I'll be replacing those. These Tremolo Springs, hear that? They're a bit sticky. I should actually replace the entire string, but they're a bit sticky and they make a racket. Not only are they sort of, do they ring out, which is one thing that I could fix quite easily with some cotton wool or something. They ring out, so you get that clang sound, but there's also a bit of a clanging that actually, when the spring rubs up against the cavity of the body. So I've got a trick I'm going to try and use to silence those, replacing the saddles, replacing string trees with graphite string trees. And one of the things I'm most excited about, tuners. We're replacing these tuners with locking tuners, Fender locking tuners. Also the Tremolo Block inside the back. We'll be replacing this one. This is a, I forget what the sort of alloy is now. I forget what the alloy is. Oh, is that? Hang on a second, guys. I think the GoPro switched off. I should really fix that. So this is my first time This is my first time streaming. I've done a few sort of like test streams, unlisted test streams, but we'll see how we go with this. Anyway, I can crack on with the offline work because I don't have to worry about how the stream is actually running. The most important thing I do here is make sure that the guitar is looked after. So let's get the parts out. I'll show you the parts that I'm going to be using. Right, so let me move this over here. I think that might be slightly better. Okay, sorry, my bag of tricks. So what are we doing? Not today, but I'm going to be changing this from a single Stratocaster to a humbucker single. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be using for these two singles yet, whether I'm going to be using the two that are currently in the guitar, but I have a JB, Seymour Duncan JB humbucker on order that's coming. I've got this cream pickup cover and the back spring cover, cavity cover. So I can't wait to do that, but that's not for today. So what I'm going to be doing when I do that, I'm going to be upgrading changing the pickup, swapping out the pickup, replacing all the electronics with this kit from Tone Shaper. So this has potentiometers. This has 250 and a 500K for the humbucker. But yeah, I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do about those two pickups yet. Not quite sure. Because considering I've got the rest of the wiring, I may just want to do a complete pickup pickguard, loaded pickguard swap out. So basically taking the current one off and putting the new one in. But we'll see. I haven't quite decided yet. So Tremolo Block. So this is a Tremolo Block. This is a solid brass block I got from Music Lily. Obviously, they are quite a popular manufacturer that are everywhere. These are the Tusq string trees. Looking forward to those, putting those on. I was thinking about getting the rollers, the Fender rollers, and I almost did, but because I went for these Tusq spring tree saddles, bridge saddles, as well as the cream scratch plate, I thought, let me just go for this Tusq string tree. I thought it would look nice. We'll see how it goes. These aren't new. I've had these for ages. These are Tremolo Springs. I don't normally have the tremolo arm in that often, but we'll see. I've got them anyway. I need that. This is essentially what I'm most excited about, the locking tuners. Fender locking tuners. Really excited about those. What else are we doing? Oh, I got this is the copper tape, which I'll be doing when I do the electronics. I'll be what do you call it? I'll be setting up the entire cavity so that it is sort of Faraday cage. What do you call it? It'll be stopping the EMS, the unnecessary signals that the pickups will be picking up. So any electrical appliances, it will sort of help to quell excess noise from the single coils. Anyway, ooh, good tea. And I have a set of strings, new set of strings to go on, which I think I left in the lounge. These are 11s. These aren't the ones that I need. The ones I bought the other day, I think are in the lounge. One second. Okay, so I don't know where I put those strings, unfortunately. Ah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Right. So these are the ones I currently have on these 11s. These are 11 to 48, and I use these for the D standard, etc. I've got my GoPro going, and I've got it set to switch off after 4 minutes, which is annoying. I need to change that. Again, first stream, right? So I've got 11 to 48 on there currently, and it's great. It helps with the slack. It helps with the tension when you down tune. But I want to go down lower, because I enjoy playing a lot of sort of metal and doom and stuff like that, which kind of necessitates having having a lower tuning. So I'll be going for 11 to 54s. There's three only balls that I was considering for this. This is the middle tension. There's a sort of 12 to sort of 54, 55. And then there's one that's slightly lighter than this. I've decided to go for this and see what happens. So without further ado, let's get to work. Pack these away. Put those to one side. Oh, I've been excited about this. Okay. So as a few things we need to do for a start, let's take this strap off. Okay, I've also got some black strap locks as well, just for a little cosmetic change, should be good. Okay. I'm curious how we're doing here. Okay. Take that away, put that to one side, that to one side. Okay. Let us cut these strings. Get these strings off. Now, some people say that cutting the strings off is a bad idea. Apparently, that's nonsense. Apparently, it's fine in terms of string tension and neck tension and the nut and one thing and another. But I like to be a little bit cautious anyway, because I love my guitars. So we will be a little bit cautious, but at the same time, we won't fuss too much. Whoops. Oops, too many tools. Okay, cool. So what we will do, okay, add a tune. We'll just release tension. Okay, tension released. Oops, bit of a bang there. Let's do it. All right. Let's take these guys off. Now, I like changing strings because, it gets you new strings and whatnot, but I don't really like the process because I don't think I'm very good at it. I always have too many loops on the things. It always looks slightly odd. But, I've gotten better at making sure that when I do the wraps, I wrap the string downwards so that the string tension down from the nut is at a better angle. So I got a little bit better. But long story short, really looking forward to the locking tuners, because locking tuners mean it's a lot easier to change strings. And yeah, I just never had them before. And I don't think this guitar really has any major problems with tuning stability. However, I mean, this is a great guitar. However, in the interest of just upgrading, and I've always wanted them, and if they are really, really great, I may put them on my American Standard as well. But for the time being, I kind of just want to experiment with them, Like I said, the tuning stability is fine on this guitar, but one of those things, really. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll hate them. Maybe I'll go back. Who knows? Hopefully they fit. The thing I am worried about fitting is the Tremolo Block. So that is one thing that I may have to return if the size is wrong. I think I've got it right. But I may have to take out some of the body cavity to get it to fit. We'll see what happens when we get there. Right, what am I most excited about? So let's take off these saddles. We'll take off the saddles. We'll take off the string trees and the tuners, and then we'll have a play. Take this off. Okay. Oh, pardon me. So the trick I have for the Tremolo Springs, I was looking at getting some noiseless ones. Who were they from? Some company, I forget, is it DiMaggio? Oh, I can't remember. Some company had noiseless. You can see I've got my my trusty cotton wool in there. So I think there is a bit of a rub here. Oh, of course, the bridge now is flat against the body, so I can't really show you. But there's a bit of a rub there. So that's how they ring out. So I'm going to be replacing that block there. I wonder, we're going to do that first. Yeah, screw it, let's do that first. Let's do that first. Let's take off the bridge. Don't want to strip these screws. I'm very good at stripping screws. Okay. I'm also worried about the tremolo arm that I have not fitting this block. But I'll cross that bridge when we get there. Do I even need to take off the bridge? Maybe I can. Let's see. We'll take these off quickly and we'll see how we go. So I did see the other day, what's his face? Not Brian McKnight. Know your gear. What's his name? Not Brian McKnight. Oh my goodness. What's his name? McKnight. Phil McKnight? Yeah, Phil McKnight. Phil McKnight was saying when you do this, when you replace the saddles, if the length of the saddles is the same, which I think mine are, he said what you should do is kind of measure, obviously these are all flat now, but measure where your saddles are on when you have the strings on, write them down, and then just get the new saddles roughly to the same place, because that will help you get a head start with intonation. I'm not going to bother with that because, to be honest, my I've been jumping around between these extreme tunings of like normal E standard to C standard to even down to A standard. So I'm not really worried about intonation at this point. The whole point of this is to kind of go through this process and set up the guitar and everything. So I don't mind starting it from scratch. But if you were doing this yourself and you wanted to go this route, you could measure basically measure where the saddles sit, and then when you're ready, you can come back and when you put in the new ones, you can put the new ones in more or less the same place and gives you a head start with your intonation. But I'm going to do the intonation from zero, from reset point. Oh man, I can't wait to try these new saddles. All right, cool. I can tell that these are old and rusty. The thread on them isn't great. I think they're getting a cleaning just going through the body of the saddles, cleaning out some of the gunk in the thread. So this telly that I'm building, it's a kit from Amazon that I got for my birthday. I asked for my birthday, and it's been great. So the kit itself, it's not fantastic quality, obviously, but it's great. It's my main concerns, hang on, I'm trying to get this going again. My main concerns with a kit is the wood itself. The wood itself is extremely soft. I think it's Polonia, and it's extremely soft. And because of that, it just kind of dents really easy and scratches up really easily, which has been really great for kind of shaping the headstock and stuff. Let me show you quickly. Look at this, eh? Look at that telly-shaped headstock. Eh? Carved by hand, my friend, by hand. Look at that. Eh? Look at that shape. Carve that by hand. Hand tools. Yeah, super soft wood. It's a very pliable, easy to work with. So I'm very happy that I've decided to go for a fairly thick paint on the body, in the sense of like multiple layers on the body to protect the body of the telly. But the neck I'm worried about, because the neck I've treated raw. So the neck I've just done with Danish oil and linseed oil. That's great. I need to do a few more layers, but it's so soft. I just worry that like one drop and that neck is going to be shredded. Yeah, it's going to be very easy to scratch up. I'm using the wrong hand here. It should be facing the other way. So yeah, Polonia wood. The hardware on that guitar isn't great either. Obviously, it's not going to be great, right? You can tell. I'll show you another time. The one of the pickups sits a bit funny. It's been basically the pickup hole in the the pickup hole has been drilled incorrectly, and because I don't want to strip that. And because of that, it's the pickup sits at a funny angle. I don't think it really affects the tone of it. I mean, it probably will, but not massively. I'm just worried about the sort of looks of it, at this point. I'm not really worried too much about the quality of the sound of that telly. It's more just like it's the first time I'm ever doing any finishing or shaping of headstocks or anything like that. So it's a good little guitar to practice on, good little kit to practice on. So I've decided on the colors for that as well. So it's a rosewood fretboard. Well, I don't even know if it's rosewood, but it's dark fretwood anyway. And I'll be going Sonic Blue. Obviously, I have a massive thing for sunburst. This is like the only guitar I have that isn't sunburst. And I was thinking about, hold on a sec. Yeah. Come on, don't strip. I was thinking about going, going sunburst. But as my first one, I didn't think. I've watched a lot of videos and I think I know how to do it, but I've never even finished a guitar for a start. Why don't I just pick something that's a solid color? So I'll be doing a Sonic Blue on the telly. So it's a nice light blue. I think it will kind of match this guitar quite well. I mean, I'm not going to play two guitars at the same time, but I do think of my guitars somewhat as like a bit of a, a fleet, as it were. So the fact that they will match, it's kind of cool, right. Let's get these guys. I think I need to take this whole plate off. I don't really fancy doing that, but let's do it. Because these are tight, I don't want to strip any. Let's do it. Get this Tremolo Block on. So the Tremolo Block basically helps a lot with the sustain. Well, not even sustain, just general, carrying vibrations through the body. It's what your strings are attached to, so naturally it's going to have a big impact. I don't even know if I've ever taken off this. I must have taken off this bridge before. So the more resonant the block, the better. Now, there's no guarantees that the block that I'm replacing it is going to be any better. But again, in the interest of kind of like just hot rodding this guitar and trying things out, got to try it. I don't think there's too much wrong with the sustain of this guitar. So the story of this guitar is I bought this guitar I think 2001, maybe 2002. I can't remember. 2002, I think it was. I've got the receipt for it still. I could look it up. From a place called Musicland in Port Elizabeth in South Africa, and it was sold to me by a friend of my brother called Kenny. What's up, Kenny? You're a cool dude. He now lives in Asia, and he sold me this guitar because I was looking for my first electric. I didn't know too much about guitars, electric guitars anyway, and I wanted something with a whammy bar. Not so much for dive bombs and stuff, more just because I thought it was a cool sound. Like, I mean, I always liked kind of like surf rock or whatever. So it wasn't so much like dive bombs, not that you can do dive bombs with the Strat, but it was certainly part of my thinking. And this dude, Kenny, was like, oh, you know, what about these Arias? They're great. It's a great sort of starting guitar, and they're actually, you know, good value. Boy, was he right. This guitar, to be honest, it sat in my parents' attic for a while after I moved to London, and I regret that period. But at the same time, when I got this guitar back and I started playing it, and I didn't have that much respect for this guitar when I was separated from it. When I got it back, I was like, holy hell, this guitar rules. So I have decided that I will never be getting rid of this guitar, and it will essentially just be my hot rod guitar. Oh, you know what I haven't done, idiot? I ain't done this. This probably would have helped with the spring tension, take off the screws. That was silly of me. All right. Look at that trem block. Look how thin that guy is, right? Look how thin that is. Look at that compared to, where's the new one? This. So look at the thickness of that compared to that brass block. So this is a lot heavier, a lot wider. This has kind of got this carved out section here, and this does not. So let's see if this fits. Let's see if this fits. Really, really hope it does. A free pick. Free pick. It's very thick. Cool. Let's do this. Hopefully it fits. So we're going to take out these 3 screws here. Go straight through the saddle plate into the block. Now, eagle-eyed viewers probably would have realized that it's a bit strange that I'm replacing the saddles, the block. I'm not technically not replacing the strings, but I'm working on the springs. But I'm working on the springs, but I'm not replacing the plate, and that's because I don't think there's anything wrong with this plate. It's absolutely fine. I think I want to upgrade the individual components, but in terms of the plate itself, I'm happy. Now, moment of truth. Oh, looks like it fits. Ah, yes. Cool. Looks like it fits. Which way does it go? Yeah. So springs, strings. Wait. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It's wrong. It's wrong. No, dang. Dang. Oh, no. I'm being an idiot. I got it the wrong way around. That's fine. Let's see. Please fit. It's wrong. No? It's right. I'll tell you what's wrong is the tremolo arm. Slot for the tremolo arm. What do I do? I replace the block. Don't worry about the trem later. Do I? I'm going to miss my trem, but I don't really put that arm in that much. So, a bit of a background about how I play. So I do play with the trem pretty high up, floating pretty high. I know that's quite a lot of people don't really like that, and they would prefer it flat against the body, but that's the way I play. I like it. I do a lot of what do you call it? Sort of like flourishes or whatever. Instead of using my left hand for bends and stuff and sort of tremolo sounds, I will use my right. I'll rest it on the block, which is a bit of a hack, a bit of a shortcut, whatever. But it's what I enjoy. I'm not playing for anybody else but myself. So, okay. Where did I just put those screws? Oh, here. So I'm a bit concerned now. I am a little bit concerned about this body, this tremolo arm. But anyway, we'll see. But I think I need to clean that as well before I reattach anything. So I'm going to put that to one side. Okay, so we know that kind of fits. I'm also worried about when it goes into the... Oh, what's happened to the light here? I'm also worried about when it goes into the body because obviously it will need to go through here. Like it'll need to go like this. And it might rub up against the body, but that's fine. I'll shave off bits of the body cavity if I need to. So I'm kind of running out of time. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish all of this right now, but I'm enjoying this. Let's move on onto the locking tuners because I'm excited about these locking tuners. Okay, just make some space. I should already have something underneath here. I'm not doing very good. Yeah, let me do that. Let me just get something soft. One sec. Something soft. There we go. Okay. Tuners. Take these guys off. I don't know if you can hear the fans of my laptop, by the way, but if you can, I apologize. Let's just take one for now. Yeah, so the fan of my laptop goes crazy the moment I open up the OBS, the streaming software. I'm looking to get a new laptop, so hopefully in the future that won't be a big problem. Right, let's see. Oops, I haven't taken off that tile. That was silly. Don't be like me and just keep your screws in random places. Right, okay, cool. I need to take out that, what do you call it, ferrule, or whatever it's called. This dude. Let's take a look here. Oops. Oh, shit. Lego. Okay, let's take a look. So these are staggered, so they don't just fit in kind of any slot. Oh, shit. Staple in my finger. Okay. Let's get this open. I guess this is the first one. They're numbered. Yeah. So let's see here. Dang, I'm gonna need to widen these. These holes slightly. So that's unfortunately not something I can do today. Well, I mean, I can do it today, but I'm not going to do it on stream because I need to take these outside and make some space. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop this back. We're going to take all these others out. Oh, that's sick. Maybe do. Okay, cool. So basically, I just need to widen these holes wide enough to fit that. I need to take off basically what looks like actually a fair amount. It's like a millimeter. It's quite a lot. It's quite a lot. That is concerning. But we shall see. Hopefully get some locking tuners on there. That'd be sick. All right, cool. Let's put these back for now because I'm not going to be able to do that this afternoon, unfortunately, because I have obligations. But what we're going to do in the meantime is we're going to take the rest off. We're going to put the string trees on. I'm going to show you those my trick for the First trem arm for the springs. Man, I'm a bit bummed about that. A bit bummed that the tremolo arm doesn't fit in as well, but one of those things. Again, don't be like me and just put your screws and stuff in random places. You know. So this will give me a good opportunity to look after this neck. Maybe I'll oil it a little bit because there's some untreated wood here. So yes, I've had this Aria for, 20 years now. My God. And it's ace, man. I really like Arias now. I constantly look at them. I constantly sort of see Arias for sale online, and I'm constantly looking at like the old Explorer shapes and stuff. They're classic, man. Like these old Explorer shapes, 80s Explorer shapes, which I really want. Yeah, man. And the more I learn about the brand, the more I'm like, this is a cool brand. So I don't understand. Mine is an Aria, not an Aria Pro 2, which is kind of the brand that seems to have been around before and after I got this. That's the sort of branding they seem to have been using back in the day, is Aria, not Aria Pro 2. So I don't know what the deal is there, if it's like a subdivision or whatever, but if anybody does know, I'd love to find out, so let me know. But yeah, I bought this guitar. I could probably dig up the price and tell you the receipt and tell you exactly how much I paid for it. It was about 2,000 rand, which is, I mean, I paid probably about the equivalent of about 120, 150 pounds for it. And for years, I didn't even have an amp. I just plug it into an old hi-fi. I once went to a mate's house with a practice amp I had, and him and his mates just laughed at me, like literally laughed at me like I was an idiot, because I rocked up at this thing with a little practice amp. But I've never been a loud player. I've always been just sort of a bedroom player. I've always been a hobbyist, so big amps is not really my thing. Right now, I own one amp. It's in the lounge. It's a little modeling amp. It's a Fender Mustang 3 version 2. It's a cool little amp. I rarely use it, every couple of weeks. But I don't gig or anything, so I don't need a PA or anything. So we're just pretty much going straight into computer for recording, or just live in the moment for enjoying, and that's it. Cool. Tuners are off. Yeah, I need to look after this headstock a little bit. I need to take out these ferrules so I can get the new ones in. String trees, let's do that quickly. In fact, I don't think I can. I don't think I should do it now if I'm going to do the tuners, unfortunately. But what I am going to do, clearly I'm getting this guitar ready for some work to be done. I don't think I should really... I don't think I should do these now. I don't think I should do these now because I want to do this first. What else am I missing? Oh, let me show you the trick I was talking about with the... So, because these springs make a lot of noise, they ring out, they sort of crank along. I found this trick online. I'm going to try it. This is aquarium piping. Oh, this is chewy. The idea is that this fits snugly inside there. Keeps it quiet. Actually doesn't fit as snugly as I thought it was going to. Yeah, so I'm going to cut off lengths of that, put them inside my springs, and hopefully I don't have to replace these again. If these are still noisy and clanky and cranky, I will just get some noiseless ones. But I thought, instead of spending a tenner on noiseless springs, let me just use the piping first because it was cheaper, and I thought I'll have the piping left over. Just kind of made more sense. I want to try and keep as much stock as I can within reason. So when I put this back together, which I think I'm going to stop now because I need to look after this headboard, headstock, drill these holes bigger. I can quickly put this on for you, just so we have done something today. I need to take care of the headstock, sort out this bridge, give the guitar a bit of a tune up and dust off in general because it needs it. I may need to, like I said, I may need to widen this cavity for this trem block. Oh yeah, I wanted to clean this plate. Dang. Okay, I think I'm going to need to take a bit of a break here in order to kind of do these things that I need to do. All right. Okay, we're going to stop there because I want to go and clean that plate, and there's a few things I need to do before I can move forward. But in the interest of this sort of first stream, I think I've enjoyed it. How long have we been streaming? Probably about 25 minutes or so? 40 minutes. Wow, my God. Okay, cool. I'm going to finish up there. I will hopefully catch you another time. If you're interested in watching the second part of the stream when I do the rest, please let me know. I'd be very interested to hear from you. And in the meantime, I guess I'm going to end the stream. See you all later. Wish me luck. Bye.